Hi, welcome to class. Today is already day 10 of our 30 days yoga challenge. So we are one third way through already. Alright, today's pose of the day will be a fun pose. It will be wild thing. Alright, so wild thing, another back bend today. So we're going to continue with our back bend journey for today. So today we come into moon salutation to warm up the body. Whenever you're ready, please sit back onto the heels. Right, reach your arms over into your child's pose. Stay here, have a deep breath, inhaling, exhaling out through the nose. As you ujjayi breath, you like to slightly constrict the back of the throat, loud hissing sound, wave-like sound as you breathe in and out through the nose here. Couple of deep breath. When you're ready, into tabletop position. So we had done one salutation before, but still we will take the first set a little bit slow. So you're going to introduce cat cows pose first. Take a deep breath, inhale, lift the chin, chest, look up, arch your back, cows pose. Exhale, breath round the spine. Scoot the tailbone, squeeze your belly round the back, chin to the chest. Again, inhale. Push your belly button down, lift the chest, chin, look up, arch the back in your cow. Exhale, breath round the spine. Remember the hips don't move too much, you're rounding the back, vertebrae stretching and expanding. Inhale, round, arch the back here in your cow pose again, arch back more. Exhale, round the back in your cat pose, like an enemy cat, vertebrae stretching and expanding. 2 more rounds, inhale. Use your eyes squeeze, look up, try to see a bit more the ceiling. Exhale, round the back, squeeze your belly in, the arms is very strong, the belly pulling tight and nice. Last one, inhale in your cows, belly button, chest, chin, look up, arch your back here. Exhale, round the back, hug your belly in, press your palms. Your chest fine. Sit back on the heels, right? So in salutation, bring your palms together first, heart center. Inhale, breathe in, reach your arms out, arch your back. Drop the head, neck back, look back slightly. Exhale, child's pose, stretch your arms forward, bring your forehead down onto the mat. Inhale, counts. Palms down, belly button down, chest, chin, look up, arch your back here. Exhale, tiger toes, downward facing down. Push, knee, hands, sideways, far back, let's head, neck, relax here. Inhale, lower your knees down, looking forward, tabletop. Exhale, lower chest, chin comes up, elbows face in. Inhale, curve forward, relax your shoulders, baby cobra, elbows are bent, look up, arch back for set. Exhale, sit back on your heels, stretch your arms forward, forehead onto the mat, child's pose. Inhale, extend on your knees, bring your palms to lower back for support. Exhale, push your hips, side stomach forward, chest on, arch back, look hammer, look up, arch back more. Inhale, breath back to center, palms to heart center. Exhale, sit back on the heels. Second set. Inhale, arms out, arch your back, drop the head, neck back. Exhale, child's pose, stretch your arms forward. Inhale, clown's pose, belly button down, chest, chin, look up, arch back. Exhale, tiger toes, downward facing dog, push, knee can sideways, far backwards. Inhale, lower your knees onto mat, looking forward, point toes. Exhale, chest, chin comes down, elbows face in. Inhale, curve forward, relax your shoulders, arch your back, look back more. Exhale, child's pose, sit back on your heels, stretch your arms forward. Inhale, on your knees, palms to lower back for support. Exhale, camel, hips, side stomach forward, chest up, arch back, looking far backwards today. Inhale, back to center, palms to heart center. Exhale, sit back on the heels. Again, inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, child's pose, stretch forward. Inhale, child's pose, arch the back. Exhale, tiger toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop your knees down, looking forward, tabletop. Exhale, lower chest, chin comes down, elbows face in. Inhale, curve forward, straighten the arms if you can, point the toes, look back. Exhale, child's pose, sit back on your heels. Inhale, stand on your knees, palms to lower back for support. Exhale, camel, hips, side stomach forward, chest up, arch back, looking further backwards. Inhale, back to center, palms to heart center. Exhale, rest, sit back on your heels, 2 more rounds. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, child's pose, stretch forward. Inhale, child's pose, arch the back. Exhale, tap toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees down, looking forward, tabletop. Exhale, lower chest, chin comes down. Inhale, straighten the arms if you can, straight arm cobra, point the toes, look back. Exhale, child's pose, sit back on your heels. Inhale, stand on your knees, palms to lower back. Exhale, camel, push, hips, side stomach forward, chest up, arch back, looking far backwards. Inhale, back to center, palms to heart center. Exhale, sit back on the heels, last round. Inhale, arms up, arch back, look back. Exhale, child's pose, stretch the arms forward. Inhale, cow toes, belly button down, chest, chin, look down, arch back. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, push kneecap side side back. Inhale, tabletop, looking forward. Exhale, lower chest, chin comes down. Inhale, straighten the arms, curl up, relax your shoulders, point the toes, arch back. Exhale, child's pose, sit back on your heels. Inhale, on your knees, palms to lower back for support. Exhale, hammer, push your hips side stomach forward, chest out, arch back. If you can, hands on heels, so 5. Hips side stomach coming forward, chest out, arch for 4. Look back, way back, more for 3. You are trying to see the floor behind you today too. And last one, palms to lower back for support, straight spine, come back up. Palms together, heart center, sit back on the heels. With citation B, we're going to add in the lunge. Take a deep breath, inhale, arms out, arch back. Exhale, child's pose, stretch your arms forward. Inhale, count toes, belly button down, chest chin, look up. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing down, push kneecap side moves back. Right foot out as high as you can, three-legged dog, engage your toes. Exhale, right knee to chest, step your right foot forward, left knee onto the mat. Inhale, arms out, arch your back, arms 6 meters, keep looking far backwards. Big inhale, breath. Exhale, release your both palms down, step back, downward facing dog. Hold it down, don't let the heels out as high as you can as you inhale. Exhale, press your heels back down to the mat as much as you can. Inhale, breathing, lift your left foot out as high as you can, three-legged dog, engage your toes. Exhale, left knee to chest, step your left foot forward, right knee onto the mat. Inhale, rise the arms up, arch your back, drop the head, neck back, look back, hips down, nice and low. Exhale, both palms onto the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, breathing, lift the heels out as high as you can in your down dog. Exhale, ground the heels back down onto the mat as much as you can. Touch your knees onto the mat, looking forward, tabletop. Exhale, lower chest, chin comes down. Inhale, straighten the arms and straight, cobra, point your toes, look up, arch back, point toes here. Exhale, child's pose, sit back on your heels. Inhale, stand on your knees, bring your palms lower back for support. Exhale, push hips side stomach forward, chest out, arch back in your hammer, drop the hand neck back, try to see the floor. Inhale, back to center, palms to heart center. Exhale, sit back on the heels, 2 more rounds. Inhale, arms out, arch back. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, cow's pose. Exhale, breathing downward facing dog. Right leg up, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot forward in between your palms, left knee down. Inhale, arms out, arch your back, look back, way back, more back. Exhale, palms down, step back, downward facing dog. Heels are as high as you can in your down dog with the inhale. Exhale, ground the heels back down as much as you can with the legs straight. Inhale, breathing, lift your left foot out high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot forward, right knee onto the mat. Inhale, arms out, arch your back, hips low, chest out, arms 6 meters, looking far backwards. Exhale, release your both palms down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels up really high. Exhale, ground the heels down with the legs straight and strong. Touch your knees down, looking forward, tabletop. Exhale, bend the elbow, chest, chin comes down. Inhale, curl forward, straighten the arms, straight arm, hold back, look up, arch the back. Exhale, child's pose, sit back on the heels, stretch your arms forward. Inhale, on your knees, palms to lower back. Exhale, hammer, hips over chest, out, arch back, look back, more backwards, try to see the floor. Inhale, back to center, palms to heart center. Exhale, rest, sit back on the heels. Our last round, going as deep as you can. Inhale, arms out, arch the back here. Exhale, child's pose, stretch your arms forward here. Inhale, count toes, belly button down, chest chin, look up. Exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Right foot out as high as you can, three-legged dog, engage your toes. Exhale, step your right foot forward, in between your palms, left knee down. Inhale, arms out, arch your back. Swing the hips on line, exhale, look up, arch back, roll back, go back. Exhale, both palms down, step back, downward facing dog. Heels are as high as you can with the inhale. Exhale, ground the heels back down as much as you can. Next inhale, lift your left foot up high. Engage your left toes, contract your left thigh. Exhale, step your left foot forward, in between your palms, touch your right knee onto the mat. Inhale, breathing, reach out the arms. Arms out, arch your back, drop the head back as far back as you can go. Exhale, release your both palms down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, heels high up. Exhale, ground the heels back down onto the mat here. Touch your knees onto the mat, looking forward. Exhale, lower chest, chin comes down. Inhale, breath, straighten the arms out, look up, arch your back, point the toes. Exhale, breathing, sit back on your heels, stretch your arms forward here. Inhale, on your knees, palms to lower back for support. Exhale, push your hips and stomach forward, chest out, arch back, Hands on heels when you're ready for last 5. Chest out, look back more 4. Roll back as far back as you can for 3. Try to see the floor behind you 2. And last one. Bring your palms up to lower back for support. With a straight spine, you come back up. And then sit back on the heels. Now from here, into tabletop position. Palms directly underneath your shoulders, knees straight, hip width distance apart. Let's do some heart melting pose. Keep the hips on top of your knees, walk your palms forward, lower elbows for arms down. If you need to stay here, if you can, bring your forehead down onto the mat. Stay okay, walk your arms forward, chest chin comes down, we stay here, come on, deep breath. Keep your shoulders really nice and soft. Every exhale, get your chest closer towards the mat. And we're going to stay here, 5 long deep breath. Now only those of you who are able to keep the chest and chin onto the mat, stay, you want to keep the chin onto the mat, you try and tuck your toes, leave your knees off the mat if you can, and we stay for last 5. 4 more, for 3, 2 only, and 1. Slowly touch your knees back down onto the mat, lower the chest, chin down onto the mat again. And take your time, slowly come back. Readjust your palms and we're going to come into a downward facing dog. Tuck toes, push kneecap side on side back. Downward facing dog. Notice how much open your shoulders are. Inhale, breathing, lift your right foot up as high as you can. Engage your right toes, contract your right thigh. Feel like someone pulling you from behind. Lift the foot up extra higher today. Exhale, bring your right knee to the chest. Step the right foot forward in between your palms. Touching your left knee onto the mat. Sinking your hips down really nice and low here. We done this yesterday. Interlock the 10 fingers in your right thigh. Every exhale, sit the hips down lower, lift the chest and arch back more. Then we hold. Good. Keep your hands in your thighs today. Hips low, chest down, arch back. Feel a stretch to the front, feel like hip flexor here. Two more deep breath. Release your both hands down into your half split. Straighten out the front leg. Flex your right foot. Again, same thing if you need to. Just like yesterday, you can rest your hands on your right leg. It's a little bit more flexible. You will bring your hands onto the mat. Keeping your right leg straight and strong though. Flex your foot. Keep your spine long. Pull your belly button forward, chest forward. Walk your fingertips a little bit more forward if you can. Still here, bend the elbows, arms down, bowing forward. Just stay here first. We're doing 2 sets today for 5. Flex toes, 4 more. Hips low, your elbows, arms down lower if you can for 3. Keep the belly over your thighs, 2 and 1. Again, come back. Press your right foot down to mat. Again, setting the hips down nice and low. Alright, and this time, stay with your hands down, hips low. And perhaps this is where you will stay today. But if you can, you're going to bend the left knee, left hand catch your left foot. Pull the foot close towards you. Keep pulling your foot close towards you as much as you can. Alright. Still okay, bring your right hand to your right thigh if you have the balance. Tuck the foot into your left elbow. And we hold it here. If your foot goes into left elbow easily, then only then bring your left arm up, right arm up, and you come into a bind for last 5. Chest up, chin up, beautiful. For 3 more. Press into your right foot, don't let to lift. For 2. And last one, change, release your right arm. Release your left leg. Alright, both hands down. Again, another half split, straight out the right leg. When a little bit deeper, push your belly button forward, chest forward. Hands on both hands on your right leg if you need to. Both hands onto the mat if you can. Elbows, arms comes down. And we hold. If today you want to go into full split, then you want to slide the right leg forward, left leg back. Come into full split. Full split is not an option today, that's okay, stay wherever you are. We're not holding too long today. Just another 5. 1 more. For 3. 2 only. And last one. From your full split, slide your right leg back into a half split position first. Alright, and this time from your half split, tuck the left toes, press your right foot down firmly onto the mat. Okay, pressing your palms, step back, downward facing dog stretch. Inhale into a high plank position. Exhale, lower knee, chin down, or chaturanga. Inhale, curl up, point the toes, arch your back, loop back, more backwards today. Exhale, breath, tuck the toes, back to down, facing down. 2 deep breath. Next inhale, lift your left foot high as high as you can, engage your toes. Contracting your left thigh. Both legs are straight and strong. Right leg, left leg are high. Right leg very straight and strong, left foot up really high. And exhale, bring your left knee to the chest, step your left foot forward. Touch your right knee onto the mat now. Hands on your thigh, interlock 10 fingers. Make sure your knee is on top of your heel, alright, so not this way. You don't want your knee to go beyond the heel. You want to make sure your left knee is on top of the left heel. Sing your hips down, hands on your left thigh, and stay. First set, nice and easy, just straight here, exhale, hips lower, chest down, arch back slightly. Use your palms gently, push your body away from your left thigh. Ground your left foot down and we hold. Feel nice backwards bending. Feel this time the right hip flexor stretching. 5. 4 more. 3, 2 only, and 1. Release your both hands down and push your hips back and out. Straighten the left leg down. Half split. Hands on your left thigh if you need to. A little bit more flexible. Bring your hands down. Hands are down. Walk your hands forward. Lengthen spine, inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Still can, palms down, forearms down, elbows down one day, and we hold. Squeeze left thigh. Push your belly button forward more. Chest forward more, and we hold. 4, 5. 4 more. 3. 2 only. And last one. And slowly come back to your lunge. So press your left foot down again, sink your hips up nice and low. Alright, keep the hands down either side first. And so maybe this is where you stay today, it's okay. If you can go a little bit deeper, then only then bend the right knee. Alright, and notice how I'm actually not on my knee. My knee is in the air, I'm actually on the thigh. Alright, so you want to bend the right knee, right? And so you can use your right hand, catch onto the right foot from behind. See, you can start to pull the foot closer towards you. Maybe stay here, maybe rest your left hand on your left thigh instead. Keep tucking the foot close towards your right elbow. If your right foot goes in the right elbow, bring your right arm up so you can bring your left arm up and bind for 5. 4 more, chest up, chin out low for 3. 2 only, and 1. Slowly release your left hand, release your right leg. Again into a half split first, so push your hips back and up, flex your left foot. Go to where your left was just now. Could be your hands on your left leg still. Could be your hands onto the mat. And we hold. And now toss. If you're coming quite low already, your forearms touches your mat, or almost touching your mat, then go ahead so you can come into full split by sliding your left leg forward, right leg back. Then we stay. Hold it here. One another 5. 4 more. 3. 2 only. And last one. Then from your full split, go ahead. Come back into half split first. Half split, press your left foot down. Press your palms down. And take your time to step back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, slide towards a high plank. I like to focus on back bend today, so I'll touch my knees down. Point toes, bend the elbow, chest, chin comes down. Inhale, curl up. Relax your shoulders, point the toes and arch your back. Look back, chin up, look back more. Exhale, breath, tuck your toes, back to downward facing dog. Next, we're going to come into one thing already. Think of this as a side plank with a back bend, if you've never done this before. Now feet together, lift your right foot out as high as you can. Engage your right toes. Let's try to lift the foot a little bit extra higher. Then bend the right knee. We've done this before. Point your knee up. Right foot closes to your left butt cheek. And then from here, we're going to lift your left heel up so the weight comes towards your palms. Identify your right and your left leg. Drop the right foot towards your left hand side. And at the same time, release your right hand off the mat. You're going to pivot on the ball of your left foot. Turn your left heel towards the back. Push your left arm to lift the hips. And stay for 5. Well done. 4 more. Keep the left arm very strong, just like side plank, pushing for 3. Keep the left leg very strong, lift the hips up higher, 2. And 1. Flip yourself back to 3-legged dog today. Both palms set onto the mat. Lift your right foot out as high as you can. Big inhale. Lift up. Exhale, bring your right knee to your left wrist. Alright. And you're going to straighten the right leg towards the side. Bring it out as high as you can. Push yourself away from the mat, and this time you flip the other side. Release your left arm off, and we stay for 5. Strong right arm, push harder, 4. Chest out, stretch out for 3. 2 more only. And last one. Unflip yourself, bring your left arm back down, back to 3-legged dog. Lift the right foot out as high as you can. Big inhale, breath. And exhale, bring your right knee to your right wrist, and come to resting pigeon. You should be familiar with resting pigeon by now. Now with the elbows once now. Keep the hips low. So again, make sure you're not sending your weight onto just your right side of your body. Equalize the weight between both sides. Whenever you feel ready, lower your elbows once now. And your forehead down. Slowly walk yourself back up. Right now we should be familiar with mermaid. So walk your hands far backwards, right? Lift chest. Without looking back, bend the left knee. Left hand catch your left foot, pull the foot close towards you, tuck in with the elbow if you can. If it's still not available today, it's fine. Bring your left arm out, right arm up, and you bind for 5. Kick your left foot into your left arm if you can. 4. Push your left shoulder forward, right shoulder back down for 3. Keep the right leg very strong, push harder, 2. And last one, change, release. Both palms back down onto the mat, take your time. Stepping back, downward facing dog, stretch it out first. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, lower knee, stretch chin, all low plank, chaturanga, see what feels good. Inhale, curl up, relax your shoulders, point toes, arch back, looking back. And exhale, breathing, tuck your toes back to downward facing dog. Stay here. Now I'm going to take you to the other side when you're ready. Feet together, inhale, breath. This time your left foot comes up high. Engage your left toes, contract your left thigh. Keep the head and neck relaxed. Keep the right leg straight and strong. Then bend the left knee, point your knee up. Push your hips towards your left side, wobble underneath the left armpit. Strong right leg. Lift the right hip really high. The weight comes towards your palms. Really control. Drop your left foot towards your right. At the same time, release your left arm off. Push. And stay here for 5. Push yourself away from the mat with your right arm up, 4. Keep the right leg very strong, push harder for 3. Lift the hips up higher, 2. And 1. 3-legged dog. So both palms back onto the mat. Lift your left foot up really high first. Big inhale, breath. Then with the exhale, bring your left knee to your right wrist. And you straighten the left leg out towards the side. Release your right arm and you flip again for 5. Chest up, 4. Relax your head and neck for 3. Both legs are strong, push, 2. And 1. Back to 3-legged dog. So both palms back onto the mat. Lean the left foot up as high as you can. Big inhale. Then exhale, left knee to left wrist. Left foot to your right wrist. Into your resting pigeon. Check yourself first. Alright. So distribute the weight evenly across both sides of your body. Then only then lower the elbows once. And if you can, forehead down. And then take your hands slowly, gently come back up. Walk your hands to either side of your hips. When you're ready, bend the right knee without looking back. Right hand catch your right foot if you can. Pull the foot close towards you, tuck into the right elbow. Bring your right arm up, left arm up and you bind. Push in your left leg for 5. Right shoulder more for left shoulders back more for 4. Kick your right foot into your right elbow if you can for 3. Chin up, chest up 2. And last one, change, release. Now bring both palms down, step it back. Downward facing dog stretch. Push your hips back and up here, head and relax. Inhale again into high plank. Exhale, lower knee, chest, chin, or low plank if you want to. Inhale, curve over, relax your shoulders, point your toes, and arch, bend looking far backwards today. Exhale, breathing, sit back on your heels into a child's pose. When you're ready, come back up. Alright, come a little bit more forward, cross the ankles, and we're gonna lie down onto the mat. Knees, feet are hip width distance apart. Let's do bridge pose first set. We're doing 2 sets today, alright? Bridge pose, first set. Okay, if you want to come straight into a full wheel position, then ready, go ahead. If you're in bridge, walk your feet close towards you. Fingertips slightly touch your heels. Knees, feet are hip width distance apart. Take a deep breath first, inhale. Exhale, breath, press in your feet to lift your hips. Walk your shoulder blades closer together. Interlock the 10 fingers and we stay here for 5. Strong legs, 4. Belly in for 3. Chest up more, chin away from chest 2. Push harder, one last final time. Change, release, come all the way down. Second set today, we are going to try full wheel. Or rather, we're going to prep for full wheel again. Those of you who can do full wheel, however, you're on your own. So those who are unsure of full wheel, palms in line for your ears, but your palms are actually shoulder width distance apart with your fingertips pointing forward. Make sure your palms are shoulder width distance apart. That means the palms are not glued next to the ear. They're a little bit away from the ears, the fingertips pointing forward. Alright, we've done this before. Take a deep breath, ready, inhale. Exhale, breathing, push, lift out slightly, and just bring the crown of the head down to the mat. And again, we stay here. Those of you who can come in the full wheel, go ahead for 5. Those of you in prep wheel, you want to push into the palms, 4. Keep using your arms to push for 3, and just stay here. 2 only, and last one. Push yourself and come back down. Alright. Everybody, hug your both knees in towards the chest if it feels good for you. You're not neutral spine, it's fine. Rock side to side, left, right, left, right. Feet down onto the mat. Right. Today bring your right foot to your left knee area. Right, so right foot comes onto your left knee. Then bring your left hand to your right knee and we drop both knees towards your left hand side. Into a twist. Turn the head towards your right, just close your eyes. And slowly untwist yourself. Release your right foot down. Let's take it the other side. This time around your left foot to your right knee. Bring your right hand to your left knee. And you drop both knees towards your right hand side. Extend your left arm out towards the side. And close your eyes. Slowly untwist yourself. Uncross your left leg. Hug both knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side. We're taking the happy baby today. Feet up. Separate your thighs apart. Grab the feet from the outside. Rock side to side. Get your upper back, mid back. Hopefully one day lower back onto the mat. Okay, rocking side to side if you like to. In that stillness, sing a happy baby. Whenever you're ready into your final Shavasana, straighten the legs up, separate your feet hip width distance apart. Arms away from body, chin down, close your eyes. So you've done quite a lot of back bending today. Bring your awareness to your back, any tension, let it go with the exhale breath. Spend the next few moments setting up your Shavasana. As usual, you have the time, please stay in your Shavasana a while longer. Whenever, if you're ready, do come back up on your own. Giving yourself a nice stretch first. And turning the body to one side. And come back up. Alright, and that's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Namaste.